Hi, this is Regdrin, and next to me is Stone of Triumph.
Hello!
Hello. Now, last time we had taken care of a no-shields mission with fighters. I tried really hard to do that in Expert, but I just couldn't.
Too bad.
So, you want to take a guess why?
Tractor beams?
Actually, no. The biggest problem was that even though I had built my entire fleet around fighters, they're still outnumbered mine.
Well, that's a problem.
Yes, it was. In fact, I built cruisers specifically to do nothing but tractor enemy fighters so that mine could shoot them down, but it still wasn't enough.
So, it's back to the good old destroyers and cruisers, thing.
Yes, destroyers, cruisers, and frigates, and since this is a no-shields mission, beam lasers for everyone. Oh, well, there was this one thing that I did.
What did you do?
Well, you can probably guess by looking at it, but I decided to make a cruiser with 6 decoy projectors.
You've gone mad.
And 2 weapons on it, just to make sure that the enemy doesn't ignore it.
Uh-huh.
I've also put on a couple of ECM missiles on my beam laser cruisers because, hey, I think ECM missiles are great. And in the back are a few anti-fighter destroyers because I believe I just told you how many fighters the enemy has.
Yes.
And I think that's about it, so...
Let's see how this goes.
Well, first I need to group my flak together a little, but yes, you are, in general, correct.
Enemy fleet detected ahead.
Actually, I find that the no-shield maps are kind of more of a slugfest than usual because shields tend to slow down the game quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, dang. Since those enemy fighters are mostly built to take out my fighters, when they start trying to swarm my stuff, they don't have a good time of it.
Nobody is having a good time.
Well, actually, even with that, they're still kind of beefy enough to take out a few of my frigates and destroyers if I'm not careful.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, they seem to be taking it worse than I am.
Too bad for them.
So tell me about your approach with this mission.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't bring dreadnoughts on this one.
That's correct. So you don't even remember?
Nope.
I also noticed that they brought plenty of anti-missile hardware this time, which makes it kind of a shame because missiles are mostly anti-shield stuff, so they're kind of useless.
They have no reason to be here.
Yep. Also, I found that for cost, if you can keep your frigates alive, the beam lasers, all hitting pretty much bare hull, are really decent damage for cost.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere else, they probably wouldn't work, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that includes online missions, because any player who sees this anomaly would stack up on armor. And frigate beam lasers are not amazing when it comes to the armor piercing.
Looks like this one is pretty much decided.
Already, yeah? This is one of the quickest battles I've recorded so far, I think.
And you won. Good job.
Yep, well, as I said, shield slow things down, so this is not too terribly surprising. So let's move on to the next map, which is also no shields.
What, really?
Yep, really. The main difference between this battle and the previous one is that this one allows for dreadnoughts. But since I don't want to use this exact same thing as last time, so I decided to play Nuke 'em. Get them before they get you.
Oh my.
Nuclear beam lasers, nuclear pulse cannons, nuclear plasma launchers, and of course the old favorite nuclear missiles.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Now, I noticed that the cruisers up top and bottom like to flank, so I left my dreadnought alone in the middle. I figure it can take care of itself.
Against 4 cruisers?
Sure, why not?
Well, okay.
And as you see, I have frigates in back. This time they're set on escort because their nuclear pulsars have kind of shorter range than most of my cruiser stuff.
Enemy fleet
I have them on
detected.
tether of around 300, so they won't go too far ahead because they're on escort. And also, I found, well, first of all, let's see what happens to their fighters when they move
Enemy
in,
system scrambled.
because you know they always use fighters.
Yep.
So it turns out that those frigate radiation pulsars are pretty accurate. The fighters don't really stand much of a chance with that many frigates sort of homing in on them. And that's not even counting the flak.
I hope you got an achievement for using this much radiation.
Oh, I got that one a while back, actually.
Yeah, I managed to get that without actually using any nuclear weapons of my own.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd that work then?
Return to sender.
Oh, really? They used that many, did they?
Yes.
I also found that the nuclear plasmas aren't... Well, okay, actually their armor piercing is pretty bad, but they're one of the few things that can actually hurt armor. You'll see a minus 20 every now and then. Overall, though, you may notice that most of their stuff is exploding already.
Yeah, that's,
Holy crap. So, one of the things I didn't realize at first was that the whole radiation damage displays are actually not accurate at all. They only display one of the effects at a time, so you can be doing like 30 per tick, but it wouldn't really show it to you.
oh, that explains a lot. Also note how radiation damage bypasses armor.
One of our
Yeah, although there are some occasions where if your armor piercing isn't good enough, you'll just get the armor too thick message. So, I also like to point out that the frigate nuclear pulsars actually stack on the radiation incredibly fast.
system scrambled.
The problem in a normal battle is twofold, of course. First of all, you have to get past the shields first, and second, frigates with not so great range tend to get shot down really fast.
Enemy system
Frigates with good range tend to get shot down really fast.
But they don't always get shot down first.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
that's an important thing. And wow, that's done already.
Okay.
I guess the Nukem strategy worked okay. Let's see how. In the next video, we'll see how it works on the expert difficulty.
Good luck with that.
But wow, I was surprised at how fast that went. Did you ever try radiation?
No.
Alright, well, we'll talk more about that next time. See you then.
Bye.